stopping. Good morning from a slightly chilly Wahiba Sands. This show is going to be probably a 1 or a 2-part series. We're not going to be filming too much of the show. We're going to be doing more customized shows during this trip. We're traveling with a bunch of mates, Jason and his family, James with his little Toby, Brad and Yoli are joining us again, and Megan is joining us. So we are 5 vehicles. We're going to be crossing Wahiba Sands towards the east coast, close to Mazaira Island, and then working our way up the Omani coast, back to Muscat and back to Dubai. So we left yesterday morning, pretty late. It was Christmas yesterday, so festivities and so on and so forth, and getting everybody out with the heavy fog that we had in Dubai and experiencing this morning as well. We battled to get out of the city in a timely manner, and it took us quite long to get towards the border. So we arrived at the beginning of Wahiba Sands. We're about, I would say, about 15 kilometers into the desert, starting the Wahiba Sands crossing. It's about 120 miles, give or take, to cross this beautiful landscape, and then hit the beach, where we will find a couple of spots. And pretty much this is not much of an overlanding trip, as it is going to go and find a nice, exclusive, beautiful spot and spend a couple of days enjoying the festivities of New Year's. So we'll be filming a bit of the trip and give you a taste of what this is. I will probably do a proper coverage of this in the near future, where Ant and myself will come down with one vehicle and explore the region properly. But since we've got families and kids and so on and so forth, we're going to press on. We just wanted to experience the coldness of the Wahiba Sands and the desert white dunes, and then hit the coast and search for a new spot where we can view turtles and so on and so forth, and then bring in the new year camping out. So that's us so far. We're going to get up now, try to get up nice and early. I wanted a beautiful sunrise in the desert, but Mother Nature decided to bestow this wonderful mist, which has kept everything chilly. It's actually one of the mornings that you'd like to sleep in until about 11 o'clock. It's now just before 7. We're up. We're probably going to pack up. Everything's soaking wet, but we'll pack up and then go and find a beautiful spot for brunch, and then head off towards the beach.
As I'm staying close to the mirror, a lock of gold, a secret smile, little things I remember. Place a hand upon my heart as her, she was a believer. Sometimes I can feel her arms holding me as forever. Changes everything, and everything will change in time. Love changes every heart, and any heart can change you.
explain to me what you guys did quickly
On the winch.
on everything.
Well,
We went slow, got stuck.
we got slow and we got stuck.
And then we got the winch out because we have one and we wanted to try it. Do you want a serious version or?
And then
Jason, anything for you.
so the synthetic
Or would you prefer
rope.
the Amstel version.
Yeah, the Amstel version. The synthetic rope is different to a cable. Cable you need to run so that it's right next to each other so the cable doesn't get messed up. With synthetic rope you need to crisscross it when you bring it on, otherwise it gets stuck inside.
You see, what happened was somebody
Jason drove too slowly.
Somebody here decided to go off-road. Off-road, look at us, we're in the desert. The last time I used this winch, I was in Spinney's car park, pulling trolleys, the heavy one.
How far do we still have to go? How far until we get to the beach?
We're about 30 k's, so probably about an hour and a half I would say, and then we hit the beach. And then we've crossed the Wahiba Sands with massive trailers.
How many kilometers have we done so far?
We've done about 80 kilometers. Doesn't sound like much, but 80 kilometers has been probably about 4 hours drive.
It's been fun and games.
Yeah, definitely is. It's a roller coaster ride.
Ships in the desert.
Yeah, for sure.
So it's been quite a straightforward track, except for some hairpins and everything around.
Well, yeah, it's pretty straightforward. I mean, it's a four-wheel drive track. I tell you what, first time pulling a trailer through here, so very technical when it gets to pulling a trailer, especially if you take Jason's massive trailer and Brad's massive trailer. But it's nothing serious. I mean, normal 4x4 driving through this track without a trailer, pretty simple. You need to deflate and off you go. Look, I mean, you can stick to the track or you can veer off and go and do bunda bashing, and it gets pretty tough. We did it in Jeep last time and the sand is incredibly soft. So
But do you think anybody can do this track?
this track anybody can do. Anybody. I mean, I would say it's a level 2. I mean, obviously we don't know what's going on if you don't know how to drive a four-wheel drive and take a traction control off and put it in 4 high, then don't come here. Wahiba is like Liwa. You get lost here, you'll die.
So we were driving and we just got stopped. One of the fans recognized us and we wanted to say hello and
Abdullah was in for a real treat because we had the honey badger with us and Brad and his trailer. So being an avid viewer of the show, recognized some of the customized reviews that we did, and we spent some time chatting vehicles. We soon realized that Abdullah was in actual fact pulling this Land Rover through the Wahiba Sands, and see what we could do, pull out the tools and see if we could try and give them a hand.
Somewhere you need to be able to hard reset it.
So maybe the injector? It's more like a cutout.
Well, I mean, it's
electronic cutout because the injectors you wouldn't get that.
This doesn't have a mobile alternate.
no problem.
I mean, it's turning over, so it's happy.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, the vehicles of today, the electronics play a big part in them, and we were unable to reset this vehicle, and it seems to be electronic fault, but sorry for not being able to assist you anymore. Abdullah, I hope you guys got through the tracks okay. Good luck, and we'll see you in the dusty roads next time. Finally, we hit the beach. 120 miles of crossing the Wahiba Sands with the trailers, all unscathed. We had arrived at the beach later than anticipated, and the tide had already started coming in. So we're at a half tide. We're going to jump onto the beach right now and run up as far as we could get and look for the next camp spot. But first, this happens.
So So we got to the beach, decided to try and check out where we can find a spot to camp.
Smells like the ocean.
And Sean decided to just drive over the port and went into the soft town. Didn't get momentum, and now we're stuck. So here we are.
Just as the sun was setting, we came across this awesome little spot and decided to make this home for a couple of nights. Hope to catch you in part 2 where we explore further up the coast. If you like our show, you can support us on Patreon by clicking on the Patreon icon below. By becoming a Patreon member, you'll be able to see some exclusive footage as well as getting some awesome Expedition Extreme merchandise. Remember, if it's dusty, drive it. Catch you on the next show.